It is Friday, and today we're talking about the goats of Chinese astrology, right? The goat, the sheep, the ram, whatever you want to call it, right? I tend to call it sheep or goat depending upon how somebody approaches me and they have this energy, right? Traits of the goat. So, what to look for a goat? These goats are gentle, mild, sensitive people. Um, they may suffer sometimes with pessimism, right? So, and when facing adversity in life, they get to being, negative minded towards themselves and other people. When they face adversity, um, but when they depend on others, and they are dependent animals, for the most part, um, they're also very, you know, collaborative, cooperative, compassionate, creative individuals, right? They like to keep peace in their relationships because they know that it's better to be on a team than to be alone. And that's how they think about it, right? Um, Certain goats, you might follow this channel, you might watch, you might be following the crowd a lot. You find yourself doing that. And for you, it's a safe thing. Because if you ain't doing that, like again, you probably start thinking, negatively about yourself. That's just the way this animal operates. People who have this kind of energy operate. Look to the day pillar and the year pillar, and those are like the strong ones for like like who you are and shit like that, right? So yeah, they will show you that, right? But the dates of these goats, because there's different types, remember? So the red goat is February 9th, 1967 to January 26th, 1968, and that's the red goat. The brown goat starts January 28th, 1979 to February 15th, 1980, and that's the brown goat. The white goats are from February 15th, 1991 to February 3rd, 1992. The black goats, or the black sheep, born from February 1st, 2003 to January 21st, 2004. And then last but not least, the green goats, born from February 19th, 2015 to February 7th, 2016. And those are the green goats. Now, what makes them who they are, right? Each of these goats, whatever. So a fire goat or a red goat, those people born in 67, most of them, right? They're amicable, they're frank, they're honest, and always like making things clean and tidy. They like to cleanse their area, make their environment clean. They don't like being in a messy environment. They like to fix. They like to be fixer upper in a way, right? Brown goats or earth goats. Most of them born in '79, right? They're righteous individuals, honest individuals, straightforward, and never harm their friends and loved ones. They don't like to go out of the way to harm their friends and loved ones. Brown goats, right? White goats, right? So these are the white goats or the metal goats. These people are ambitious. They're kind-hearted. They have a strong sense of responsibility, but they can also be very stubborn at times. Strong character these animals have, right? The white goats. Now we have the black goat. These animals are ready to help other people out. They're ready to be there for others. And they'll sacrifice their time, their energy for these people without a second thought. And these are the black sheep, the black goats. You know, some people have it in their day pillar and they don't even know it. But people born in the year 2003 as well, right? The green goat. These people, these wood goats, are amicable, gentle, and compassionate people when you get right down to it. Now, the best careers for this kind of person is pediatricians, actors, daycare teachers, interior designers, florists, hairstylists, musicians, editors, illustrators, art history teachers. And those are careers for you goats out there. You know, if you got it in your month pillar, you want to look at that because that month pillar has to do with career and adult life. You know, look into those kind of careers. Um, but the luck of you goats come from these things. Your lucky numbers being 2 and 7. Your lucky colors being brown, red, and purple. Your lucky flowers being carnations and primrose. Lucky direction being straight north. And your lucky months being the 5th lunar month, which is from May 21st to June 21st. The 7th lunar month, which is from July 23rd to August 23rd. And the 11th lunar month, which is from November 21st to December 21st. Now the unlucky things for you to avoid. The numbers 4 and 9. Unlucky colors will be blue and black. Unlucky directions will be southwest. So probably don't fly southwest. Um, Unlucky months would be the 3rd lunar month, which is March 20th to April 20th. The 6th lunar month, which is June 22nd to July 23rd. And then the 9th lunar month, which is from September 23rd to October 23rd. And those are the unlucky traits about a goat, or things about a goat. You goats can either be followers and more like sheep, or you can stand out a little bit. Still being there for people. No. It ain't about not being there for people. That's going against nature. You can still be there and have friends and all that shit. But you can think for yourself. You can actually help people and not stay in situations just to use people or abuse people. And that is what I leave you goats off with. Because you can be a goat, but you gotta, do what you're supposed to do. Act in accordance with your energies. But if you have the goat in your year, month, day, or hour pillar, watch this video. If you want a natal reading from me, astrological natal reading with your Western, Chinese, Vedic, Native American, and your numerology reading, all for the price of $350 or $300 cash. You know, get in contact with me and let me know. You know, let me know in the comments if you're one of these animals. In those pillars, and be cool, calm the corner. I got other videos coming out today.